So what do you do here, Jim?
Well, sort of unique. What I try to do here is recycle electronics, anything electrical. There's a lot of value to it eventually. And my goal back in 1995 was to design a system that would make it profitable to do this business in the U.S. versus shipping everything overseas, where they just burn it up. So worked on it, got some grant money, got my patent on my system last year, and now we're trying to move forward. Um, got a lot of good people down here. Most all my employees are volunteers because they see what could happen here, and they're just hanging in it with me and trying to make it happen. So that's about it.
I would like to see this place up and running. I'd like to see it full to capacity. Seriously, and not just for the money wise, but for the community, for everything. Just to see it moving along, you know what I mean?
If you go onto YouTube, you type in e-waste China, e-waste Africa, e-waste India, you'll see where all the e-waste in the U.S. is going. The system I develop will put a stop to that immediately because it'll become profitable to do it here. That's been my goal. This is a computer motherboard. You know, all the parts are soldered onto it. And a lot of these parts are, especially the older ones, are either obsolete or needed for repair of legacy electronic equipment, especially in the military. So I had to develop a method to take the parts off without damaging them. Right now, they're doing part recovery by heating with a hair dryer or something like that and pulling the parts off individually. It would take someone about 3 to 4 hours to depopulate this. We call it depopulate this circuit board. This machine here does it perfectly about every 9 seconds. What's unique about the unit is that all these connectors and stuff are made from ABS plastic. The fallacy is that ABS melts at about 250 degrees. The solder melts at 490 degrees. So how to heat the solder and not the plastic. That's what I developed a system to do that. The operation is simple. Get set on there. Boards start riding into the unit. It's on pegs so that you can find a place for the board to sit flat. Once you get you'll be putting boards after board here. So once you get it, it takes about a minute to get it all loaded, and then goes into the heating tunnel, which is a special heat that I developed. And once the board gets down close to the end, turn on a shaker that basically shakes the board, drops the parts down into a tray. The parts come up here, all the circuit boards go down here. As you can see, these are all the parts that have been taken off the board. Special parts like these here are completely reusable. They still work. All this silver stuff is the solder actually that we recovered. And a lot of these parts have resale value, but if they don't, what we do is we further take these parts and grind them into a powder.
What kind of valuable metals do you find in there?
Gold, copper, platinum, silver, radium, tantalum, I mean, all of your precious metals.
On the processing end, I've developed a new use for computer plastic. We shred it and we grind it down to this size, about the size of rice. It's all ABS plastic. And we can heat it up. It forms like a dough. We can press mold it into anything. Any type of mold you can think of, you can use this plastic. Now, instead of being a landfill, which will last for millions of years, because this plastic won't deteriorate, now we've got sidewalks, we've got patio blocks, we've got steps, we've got anything can be made out of concrete, can be made out of this plastic. Looking at the machine out there, you saw those little flecks of silver. Well, that flecks of silver is the solder. This is what holds the parts to the boards. Once we process it, there's 15 pounds of tin and lead combined solder, and it's all recyclable. This is some samples of packing materials, the stuff that comes in, boxes, paperwork, and styrofoam. Well, by combining all three and with a common household solvent and pressing it, we can make it into another building material. A board that is resistant to rot, it doesn't soak up water, and it could be made in any layer. Again, it's real lightweight. I see it being used as roof sheathing. Actually, I like to get it going to sheathe our roof here.
When I first got here, it wasn't like, it was leaks. But it wasn't like, you know, like that.
The building is in tough shape. I'm in tough shape, and so that's where it's at.
So, what's the neighborhood like right now?
Dog eat dog. With the economy now, dog eat dog. I had 2 bikes stolen in 2 days. You don't wash yourself, it can be gone just that quick. The blink of an eye.
It's a rough neighborhood. We tried to fix up our building, we repainted it, and within a week, a lot less than a week actually, probably within a couple days, it was tagged and everything again. There's lots of shootings and stuff out here, but when we were working more with the neighborhood and we had more people involved, there was less going on around here. So in my eyes, if we could get up and going to the extent that we should be, I think it's going to change the neighborhood also.
Well, I was just released from prison, and I was staying at the rescue mission. And another resident at the rescue mission told me he needs somebody to come with him to work to help him out. So I came along with him, and that's when I met Big Jim. And from there, yeah, I worked for him. He hired me. I've been working for him ever since.
Tell me about Jim.
Good guy, big heart, wants to help everybody, and sometimes it comes back to bite him in the butt, but for the most part, I mean, it's been pretty successful. And
Jim's a good guy.
Anytime you're in need, no matter how big or how small, he there for you.
He just come down. It just seemed like he was doing so much to help people. You know? It just seemed like something that I figured in the future that would come out to something. When you start telling about they help the kids get off the streets and all that, that really impressed me.
I got a training program here where I take kids from off the street. Sometimes they'll come in for a cord or something for their computer or fix their computer. And I'm a strong believer of not giving stuff to people. It's more important to me that they make some effort. So what I tell them is, I'll give you this, but you got to spend some time here helping out. I'll teach you how to build a computer. I'll teach you how to fix a computer. Then I'll give you your part. So when you walk out of here, you're going to have some knowledge. This whole thing is based on education. That's foremost in my mind. Well, at 69 years old, I can't really spend too much more time down here in the winter time. It started taking its toll on me. I'm diabetic. I just went through prostate cancer, and it looks like by this fall I'll probably be closing up. I have no idea what I'm going to do after that. There's an opportunity here through my 501c3 non-for-profit for someone to take this thing over from me, and I'll become a resource basically, and let them run with it. We could easily put 25 to 30 people to work here tomorrow, doing good things.
If we can get the funding, and he can get the funding to come in, he can do a tremendous amount of work. He can do a tremendous amount of fixing and scrapping and doing things that's going to be able to utilize and be able to help the neighborhood.
If I hit, like, if I made money, like the lotto or whatever, I could walk away from this, I wouldn't. I would invest in this. I would. I really would.
If this place closes down and we have to move out of here, potentially within weeks to a very short few months, you probably get a lot of homeless in here, a lot of partying in here, a lot of people breaking windows and doing stuff in here they shouldn't be doing, and which in turn the city has made the comment that they feel would end up probably burning it. This place could get burnt down, or walls caving in, roofs caving in, whatever, or the city would have to pay millions to tear it down.
This place can be set up and be put up nice. I think you really, 5 years, you unbelievable what you're gonna see this place like if you can get some funding for this place. Unbelievable.
I mean, it's an old building, it's got a lot of history. Instead of putting millions in it to tear it down, why not put, thousands in it to fix it up?
All these guys and gals, they have skills that, if given a chance to reintroduce them to these skills, they become productive again. That's the whole thing. We recycle electronics, we recycle everything. We recycle a building, and we actually recycle the people too.